think I would just add that I've had an amazing time and I really hope to come back soon. For the most part, I would say things have been pretty matched from what I've heard. Just the warm culture has been so embracing. Everybody's really friendly and outgoing and really interested to learn about where I come from and just have a conversation. That is really difficult because I've had so many great and amazing experiences with the friends I've met here, just being able to go travel, sightsee, and try new food and go to the temples and the monasteries has been one of my favorite things. I think I got to see a puja at a monastery.
Namaste. This is me, Dhruva from Pariwartan. Today I'm going to talk with a youth. She spent 7 weeks time here in Nepal and today is the last day for her to stay in Nepal. I'm going to talk about her time here in Nepal and the cultural or her personal experience. So I would like to welcome Nicholas in our talk today. Hi Nico, welcome to you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How you plan to visit Nepal?
How I plan in the future?
No. In past.
Oh, how I made my plan to come.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I was looking for an internship opportunity this summer. As an international development student, I wanted to have some internship opportunity, ideally international, that would work with humanitarian organizations and women's rights and hopefully work firsthand with the local people. And I heard of this organization, Ruan, and was really excited because I also wanted to come to Nepal based off of stories I've heard of the people and the culture and the beautiful scenery in the country.
So from which medium you heard about the story of Nepal? From newspaper, television, or friends or family?
Yeah, primarily from friends and family, mainly my dad in specific. He came here when he was younger, about almost 30 years ago now, I think. And he just fell in love with the country and the people mainly. And he came with his friend who's doing Peace Corps, and they trekked and visited Kathmandu. So since I was growing up, I've heard his stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're from US and you are studying right now in Canada.
Yeah.
Why you choose Canada to study, not reading in US?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, basically, it's funny because when I was first starting the process of looking, I was really focused on US. But I've always been kind of inclined to go international and at least do an exchange and work abroad. So when I heard of McGill in Montreal, where they speak French and it's a really international city, I was pretty drawn to it because I've been learning French since I was little and been kind of craving to be in an international city environment, and their studies really appealed to me as well. So
right now you are 21 in your age.
Yes.
How many countries have you visited till now?
Well, I've been pretty fortunate to be able to visit a few different countries around the world. I think I've probably with friends, family, and study abroad exchanges, I've been to around 10 countries, I would guess.
10 countries.
Yeah.
And right now you are alone coming in Nepal. Have you visited alone before also?
Yeah, a few times.
Where?
Well, my first trip alone, I remember, was to the Dominican Republic. I signed up to do this humanitarian kind of work for teens group, which I just flew alone and met up with this group in the Dominican Republic. That was a big experience for me, and it lasted, I think, like 10 days. And then more recently I've traveled a lot, going to Europe. I went on an exchange to study there, so that was on my own and met some great friends, and then traveled around. It's so easy to get around Europe on my own from there.
Okay. So, wow, you visit in 20 USAs, you visit 10 more countries.
Yeah, pretty lucky.
So lucky,
Yeah.
So what is different, what you heard about Nepal and what you experience about Nepal?
For the most part, I would say things have been pretty matched from what I've heard. Just the warm culture has been so embracing. Everybody's really friendly and outgoing and really interested to learn about where I come from and just have a conversation. And people have been so kind, especially now that I'm leaving. It's been pretty hard to say goodbye. But I think, and also the mountain scenery has been beautiful. The one thing is that I came during monsoon season, so it's been a little cloudy and I haven't seen as many of the beautiful Himalayas, but I got a couple quick peeks.
Yeah.
And
So in the future you will come again?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back sometime, and hopefully I'll come during some festivals and the dry season to see the
That's
mountains.
nice. So where do you buy? You wearing the
Yes.
second Nepali clothes, isn't it?
Yes, really nice. I bought this just at a market area down near Durbar Square.
Okay.
Yes, it was fun.
And
friend helped.
in the why you love so much the Nepali culture? You use the mehendi or
Yeah.
bracelet or tika, so many things.
So many beautiful aspects. Yeah, I've been really just embracing it and trying to learn as much as I can, and I'm really grateful that everybody's so welcoming for me to kind of take part in all of these like traditions and cultural experiences, because I know as a foreigner who doesn't know much, it can be a little bit strange, but I've really enjoyed it, and everybody's been so kind. And I think all of it, the mehendi and shura and tika is also beautiful. I love all the colors, especially in the clothing and the tikas and flowers that people wear. So
This is especially for you, basically the young generation in US like this.
I think that it is becoming, with globalization and like technology and internet and people learning more and more about the world and differences across the world and places and cultures, I think more and more definitely the younger generations are becoming more interested and trying to travel and kind of get a different background and experience. But I think I think just me personally, I've also always been really interested and driven to kind of travel.
Yeah, you visited many times, maybe 3 times in Pashupatinath.
Yeah.
What's the impression to get there?
When I first visited, I'd heard, my dad also told me about there, and I'd heard from friends here that it's definitely a place to see, but I just had no idea that it would be such like an experience, such a kind of, I don't know, cultural and magical experience, because when I first got there, we showed up right when they were in the middle of the ceremony, singing, clapping, all in unison, and I was in awe. It just really took me back, and it was beautiful to watch. So then I just had to go back. I had to keep going. And then one of the days here was a special day where there was supposed to be more than usual people coming, because it was the last Monday of Srawan. And so I wanted to see like an even bigger celebration there, and then I had to go back one last time to say goodbye, and it's just, I really like that place and the ceremony. It's really nice.
Oh, you've been to Pokhara as well?
Yes, I'm so lucky I got to go to Pokhara too.
So what is the most interesting experience here in Nepal?
My most interesting experience.
Yeah.
That is really difficult, because I've had so many great and amazing experiences with the friends I've met here, just being able to go travel, sightsee, and try new food, and go to the temples and the monasteries has been one of my favorite things. I think I got to see a puja at a monastery, and then the ceremonies at Pasupati have to be on the top. I think that might be overall most.
So, Madeleine, you love culture in Nepal.
Yeah, I do.
You say it's one of the experience thing or interesting thing is the culture of Nepal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? So a kind of singing or dancing or any kind of traditional thing will tie up the culture, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Both religious and then also the celebrations of dancing, singing.
Yeah. So I heard you can sing a little bit Nepali song. Yeah?
That is true. I lived with some girls for the first few days, and they taught me a few of their favorites. So I've learned just a few lines.
Oh, can you try?
Yes, why not?
know the meaning of this song?
I do a little bit. They translated it for me, so I've kind of tried to remember. But I think basically it is declaring like my love will come with me. We'll go far away together, take a train, and go off together.
So what do you want to say the youth or the Western people or basically American, Canadian other people, young generation,
Western.
why they should visit Nepal? Why?
Okay, I think they should definitely not hesitate to visit Nepal because not only is just getting out and traveling to such a different part of the world, halfway across the world basically, so important for your own personal development and growth, to see a different culture and experience just different lifestyle, but yet see how similar we all are at the same time. And but then also specifically Nepal because it is such a beautiful country, both in terms of the scenery and the jungles and mountains, but also the people and the culture. It's so welcoming, and it's just been such a great experience to be able to kind of get a little bit of insight into the religious and cultural practices and mindsets. And I've made some great friends, so I think they would love it.
So, do you have anything to say?
But I think I would just add that I've had an amazing time, and I really hope to come back soon once I can finish my studies and maybe start working. I would love to come back and visit my friends and keep exploring Nepal.